Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 78 in the book of Genesis. Today I'm going to talk about a hurdle that we jump over while we're on our knees. The hurdle we jump on our knees. Now, this is one of the most historically significant, if not the most historically significant, and spiritually significant moments in the Bible. And what God does for Abram in our passage today, he promises to do for you and me. And if not, if we lack this one single verse, we're in big trouble because we don't have the earning power to make it to heaven. It's way too far above our pay grade. We cannot otherwise, without his putting his thumb on the scale of my justice, have a relationship with him. So I need his help to have access to a relationship with him. Genesis 15:6 says, and we're talking about Abram, he believed in the Lord, and the Lord counted it to him as righteousness. So Abraham believed in the Lord, and the Lord counted it to him as righteousness. So I need, just like Abraham did, God's crediting. I need to participate in this miraculous exchange of my little faith for his big crediting. And he even helps us with the faith. So my faith gets his faithfulness. My belief gets seen as his holy life. And this faith is the pattern for every believer that follows. That means you, and that means me. So faith is the basis of salvation, not works, not effort, not family history, not nationality, not wealth, not devotion, not tithing, not the law. In fact, this is given 400 years before the law comes. Not obedience. This is God's promise to us. This is a promise that I either believe in and receive, or I don't. And this is, as how we talked about yesterday, how an unfavorable people, which is all humanity in a holiness sense, enjoy the favor of God. How do we do that? By faith. So this is how a heavenly math equation gets fixed. This is the way that humans are put right, made righteous before God. Galatians 3:5 says, does he who supplies the Spirit to you and works miracles among you do so by works of the law or by hearing with faith? And he's going to refer to Abraham a couple thousand years before. Just as Abraham believed God and it was counted to him as righteousness. Know then that it is those of faith who are the sons of Abraham. So why are we talking about this at length a couple of days here? Because your spiritual life depends specifically on this. There is no plan B. There is no Christianity without this promise. This is God saying, I got you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to put my thumb on the scale of justice when you are judged. I'm going to credit you with a righteousness you don't possess. I'm going to give you a standing you do not have. I'm going to provide you an access that you do not deserve. I'm going to give you, Abram, and those that follow in your faith family, a right standing with me. I'm going to give you myself. What you need, only I can provide. What you will be satisfied is only me. So as I'm thinking about leading us to a prayer of faith about this and representing ourselves in a similar way as Abraham does, and maybe you say, as you hear about this, you say, man, I want that plan A. I would love to have the faith of Abraham. I believe I would like to be a son of Abram, and to do so by joining those in the family of faith. But before the fulfillment of any promise like Abraham, no land, no children, no heritage, before any big answers, the Lord says to Abram, you get me. You get the essential thing. You get the be with me. So maybe you say, and I think this is a big hesitation for most people, say, well, I have a sin burden that God would never want me. If God knew my sin, he would never want me. And if that's you today, that's actually a great thing. Here's why. You come from an inadequate, sin-bearing family. So the Lord tells us in the Bible, just read the Bible. It's all full of people, famous people's sins. David, Peter the Apostle, Paul the Apostle, and here in these pages of Abraham and Sarai. Why are their sins so prominently displayed? Well, I think to tell you in that way that you're part of the family of Abram as well. You're not alone in your sinfulness. We all wear filthy rags to this splendor party. So if you're struck with your sinfulness this morning, that is a fantastic place to be. That means you're halfway there. And my encouragement to you is, hey, keep going. You understand that you do not possess self-righteousness. Our sinfulness should not keep us from the heavenly altar, but should launch us towards the altar. Because where else are you going to go? To more, give it up, throw your arms in the air and say more sin, more drink, more anger, more out of boundary sex, more pride, more self. Where else are you going to go effectively? Nowhere, and to nobody. So don't stop there. So say, I believe, but I believe in exactly what? That it is by faith that I get enough credits to be right before God. I believe he does the heavy lifting. And yes, he even helps us with the faith. So this is the essential element of coming to God. You must come by faith. So stay tuned. Abraham's going to do it here. Abraham does it here. So does Sarai, Samson, Barak, Hannah, Peter, Paul, Barnabas, every single Christian that you know in your life here today. So this is the one door that every single believer of every background must come through. Muslim, Jewish, pagan, Protestant, Catholic. You must step through this door of faith. This is the hurdle that we jump on our knees. I love the two-word prayers. I believe, help me, I have faith, and I want this faith. And of course, if you want it, he's going to help you with it. 2 Corinthians 6:2 is a verse I often come back to, for he says, in a favorable time I listened to you, and in the day of salvation I have helped you. So we are on our knees because our life depends on this. This is the essential hurdle that we jump on our knees. Thanks for listening.